up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, guys. So we talking Bud Crawford versus Pacquiao, Oleksandr Usyk versus Derek Chisora, and we talking about Dillian Whyte a little bit here on the Donut Shop Jefferson in the morning. What's up, everybody? All right, Think Cap first in the building. What's good with you, Think Cap? Appreciate you coming through. My man JD Boxing. What's up, Jackal? Lewis Sports Network, my brother Lou. What's going on? Hey man, after I get off this live, Lewis, I'm gonna give you a call if you're available, bro. I wanna call you and talk to you about something. But what's up with you, Lewis, my brother? And all my basketball fans out there, go subscribe to this man right here, Lewis Sports Network. It's the basketball guru. He got Dee Just beat. I'm telling you guys, go check him out. All right, so what up, Hustle? Hustle, VA, what's up with your fam? Chin Smoke in the building, what's good? D Luckett, salute. So check it out, man. First, I'm going to talk about Oleksandr Usyk and Derek Chisora. And remember, guys, I'm going to keep these donut shops a little shorter. Make sure y'all come back 12 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk live daily. It's cranking. Carlos Mendoza, what's up with you? So, Derek Chisora, Oleksandr Usyk. This fight, listen, pretty funny that this fight is not being talked about a lot, right? Not a whole lot. Everybody's talking about the Joshua, the Fury, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, of course. You know what Spencer's going to do when he come back, blah, blah, blah. But Derek Chisora, Oleksandr Usyk, been on the low for a little bit, right? Check this out. The WBO just came out and said that they're going to cause some ruckus, you know, in this Anthony Joshua Fury rematch. And see, this is why I was saying yesterday that, you know, this deal in principle is rubbish. Because already, as soon as this deal in principle is announced, here comes the WBO. Oh, no. Y'all going to have to satisfy this mandatory, which that's going to be Oleksandr Usyk, okay? Usyk and Chisora fight, I don't hear much about it. See, it's going to cost a whole lot of money. This fight with Fury and Joshua is so huge that it's going to cost a whole lot of money on both sides for them to get this off. And this is why that fight, you know, is a balance, man. I don't care about any principle agreement. Oleksandr Usyk wins that belt. Wins that. Well, I think they fighting for some kind of silver belt or something anyway, but I don't know. But if he wins, or international title, but if he wins that fight with Derek Chisora, no way is it going to be easy for him to step aside or turn down or anything like that, a fight with Joshua. And he will be mandated, and it appears that the WBO is going to hold up that mandatory. So that's another obstacle for this four-belt undisputed. And Oleksandr Usyk could be instrumental in what happens after Joshua Pulev and Wilder Fury trilogy. I'm expecting, and I think most are expecting, Oleksandr Usyk to beat Derek Chisora. Now, it is a good test, and we can't act like Derek Chisora couldn't knock his ass out, because that could possibly happen. But I do think that Oleksandr Usyk should get past that fight, and should he get past that fight, then we have to think about now this quote-unquote agreed upon deal with Fury and Joshua, the two-fight deal. That Oleksandr Usyk matchup could get in the way of that, and the WBO seems to be backing that play. So, moving on, Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao. So this is starting to be talked about, at least, especially for the Manny Pacquiao side, because everybody was wondering what Manny Pacquiao is going to do. He is the cash cow, and, you know, he's the guy that everybody wants to fight at 147 because they want the name, He's a active legend. And of course, they want that payday. And then he holds a trinket that they need, that belt, the WBA belt. So, Manny Pacquiao, Toby Bartlett in the building. What's good with you, fam? Die Hard Casuals. What's up, fam? So, Manny Pacquiao, Terence Crawford, I think, guys, that needs to happen. Like, look, I'm a Spence fan to the end. And I hope Spence wins and beats all of them and takes all the belts. But I'm not a fan of the PBC. I'm not a fan of the way things operate over there. And I would much rather this fight go ahead and happen because, one, I would definitely like to see Bud tested against Manny Pacquiao because it will be a test. It will be the best fighter he's seen at 147. Great fight. After Manny Pacquiao's performance against Keith Thurman, we cannot just assume that he has no chance. Now, most will pick Bud. I'm pretty sure Bud will be favored, but we cannot assume that Manny Pacquiao has no chance to win this fight at all. Manny Pacquiao could definitely win this fight because he will present problems at 147 that Bud has not faced yet, period. Okay, speed, for one thing, is a problem at 147. He's not faced anybody that hits as hard, number one, and throws as fast from as awkward angles as Manny Pacquiao at 147. He's not seen it. So that would be a great fight, tremendous fight. I would love to see it. But here's the thing with the waves, guys. You know, in the description, if you read the description, here's the waves this could cause. This forces Errol Spence's hand. Now, I am 100% with Errol Spence. He already said it. He laid it out, so we don't have to talk about it. He's fighting Crawford before he leaves 147. But more or less forcing Spence's hand, it forces the PBC hand to comply as well. Because Bud, they can dismiss the WBO belt all they want to. But now Bud will also have another trinket, the WBA belt, and they cannot dismiss that one as well. And then there are only two guys left. There can be only one, right? There is no more need to put a Pacquiao in front of Spence. Guarantee you this. Once Bud beats Pacquiao, there's no need. Pacquiao probably will be off into the sunset in retirement. So I would like this Pacquiao fight to go through. I would definitely like this Pacquiao fight to go through with Bud Crawford. It will be great for the 147-pound division. It will force this unification match that we so much desire. Because if Spence gets past Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao and Bud fights, Bud wins that, we get 4-belt undisputed. Here's the bonus, guys. If Manny Pacquiao wins against Bud Crawford, he definitely takes Spence. I tell you right now, I don't think Manny Pacquiao fucks around. I don't think he takes any tune-ups. I think he definitely takes Spence. Because one thing, Manny Pacquiao is a warrior. And if he goes in there, he beats Keith Thurman, he beats Terence, Bud Crawford, first off, his confidence and maybe even his team's confidence will change, and it will be at an all-time high. Whether Manny out turns old against Spence or whether he goes in there and beats Spence or not, that fight would be massive. So Manny Pacquiao and Bud Crawford happening is a must at this point as I think about it. Forget about the whole GGG talk. That's foolishness. If Manny Pacquiao somehow went up there and beat GGG, he would definitely go down as one of the all-time greats. And he'd be in the name of a lot of high comp, he'll be up there. But anyhow, I don't think anybody wants to see that. That's far-fetched. And I think it's just a silly rumor anyway. Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao is a great possibility. Mikey Garcia has already come out and said he don't want no parts of that fight without the fans. So Mikey's in it, yes, for the legacy, because, Robert and Mikey said that he wanted that belt and that next division at 147. But also Mikey has clearly made it that he's about money and he's about establishing, other things. He said, let the young guys get in there and mix it up. He just put an interview out about that. So Terence Bud Crawford and Pacquiao could actually happen. I'm hoping that it does happen. And when I look at the implications of either one of those guys unifying and Spence gets past Danny, oh, it's great. It's great. Hell, even if Spence don't get past Danny, we still may get 4-belt undisputed. Because Danny Garcia may. Imagine Pacquiao won. Because Danny Garcia he's already convinced that he can beat Manny Pacquiao. He's already convinced of that. So if Manny Pacquiao goes in there and beats Bud Crawford, we could still get 4-belt undisputed at 147. Because then that would mean we would have a Danny Garcia versus a Manny Pacquiao for 4-belt undisputed. Who the fuck would have ever thought that? Because that's a possibility. We don't know about Spence's chin. Danny could go in there and knock Spence out. Boom. Arrow Spence out of it. Danny Garcia holding 2 belts. Manny Pacquiao, Crawford's biggest test. Samuel Shaw in the building. What's good with you, Tim Dub? What's up with you, fam? Manny Pacquiao, Terence Crawford's biggest test at Manny Pacquiao. He slips through that fight. Wouldn't that be crazy? Danny Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao for 4-belt undisputed. Wow. Okay. So crazy hypotheticals because we all expect Spence and Crawford to win those 2 fights if they were to take place. And then it would be Spence Crawford for 4-belt undisputed. But guys, we could get a mix up of all of that. Spence chin could be damaged, so we could get Crawford Danny for undisputed. Pacquiao goes in there and upsets Crawford. We get Spence and Pacquiao for 4-belt undisputed. Or you get 2 upsets. Danny knocks out Spence. Pacquiao upsets Crawford, Pacquiao, and Garcia for 4-belt undisputed. Hell, I don't care how it goes down. 4-belt undisputed, 147. That shit would be great. And it's pretty good names in there to get it, too, to capture it. Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford. Hell, that would be huge for Danny Garcia's resume, his legacy, and everything. It would be bigger. That would be bigger for Danny Garcia than any of them because Manny Pacquiao is already ATG Hall of Famer right now. He's already that. Boxing Monster in the building. Remy 22. What's up with you, Remy 22, Boxing Monster? He's already cemented, Manny Pacquiao is. Terence Crawford is already a Hall of Famer. Okay? All-time great? No, but already a Hall of Famer. So he's already cemented as a Hall of Famer. Errol Spence, pretty much, he'll probably go down in the Hall of Fame. He's still young. I'm pretty sure he'll capture more titles at 154 or whatever, so he'll probably go down as a Hall of Famer. Danny Garcia, however, if he was to go through all of this and be the last man standing, it would be huge for his legacy. So just a bunch of hypotheticals there, guys, but that little mix-up, Bud Crawford and Pacquiao, I feel with all of that being said, that needs to happen. I would love to see that. So, guys, moving on, the last guy that I want to talk about, actually, Derek Chisora. And this is not really concerning a fight with him, but this is just concerning the WBC, the quote unquote, again, agreed upon deal with Tyson Fury and Joshua. This man right here plays a big part in disrupting all of that. And it ain't even really about who he fights. Now, if he goes in there and he fights Franks and Beans in the building, what's good? And if Danny happens versus Manny for 4-belt undisputed, I'm going to be, I'm going for Pacquiao too, Franks. For sure. I would too. I actually would be going for Pacquiao in that fight. No doubt. But, dog, all of you guys, what if that did happen? Boy, DSFG would be everywhere. You couldn't tell that man nothing. If Danny Garcia went through, say, Pacquiao upset Crawford, Danny Garcia beats Spence, and then Danny Garcia beats Pacquiao for 4-belt, oh my God, you wouldn't be able to tell DSFG nothing. That would be great. I would have him on the channel, bro. I would definitely have him on the channel if that was to happen. Raider from LA, what's good with your fam? So back to Derek Chisora though, guys, and I want to get ready to end this real quick in a little bit. But back to Derek Chisora. You know, listen, even if this thing gets held off, right? Derek Chisora would have waited nearly 5 years to be number one. I don't give a fuck about the particulars and everything. That's a travesty, bro. Well, it's unfortunate what's going on with Derek Chisora, but bro, it is a travesty, man, bro. What's up with you, fam? And it's very possible that this dude may get screwed for nearly another 2 years, which means if he gets a shot at either of these guys, it would be in 2022. If everything goes out the way they plan it to. Derek Chisora will not get his shot until 2022. Travesty, bro. A travesty. I don't care how you look at it. People could say he did this, he did that. Why you confused, Aobs? Why you confused? Yeah, I'm sorry, White. That's why you confused. I'm sorry, bro. White. I'm thinking Derek. Thank you, Aobs. Thank you. Dillian Whyte would have not gotten his shot until 2022. 5 years, number one. That's just crazy to even think about that. But it may possibly happen to him because I'm gonna tell you right now, he's in the wrong sanctioning body to be making any kind of fuss. Period. Mauricio Sulaiman could end him. I was saying this yesterday. He could end him and his whole conversation about all of this. Really simple. Mandatory is delayed. And then Dillian Whyte is just plain screwed. So, but it's on the flip side of that, and you will hear this, Dillian Whyte blew chances already. He chased down money. He blew chances. Yes, he was sitting in the number one, but here's the thing. You want the belt so bad, do what they tell you to do. Yeah, it wasn't fair, this, that, and the third. Go fight Ortiz. Dillian Whyte runs around calling everybody a bum. They ducking him. They scared of him. He should have just beat up Ortiz. Forget about it. Forget about what Wilder done. He can't make no demands. The pride played a part in that. So that was an opportunity blown, regardless of what anybody thinks. In my opinion, that was an opportunity blown. Also, Dillian Whyte had his chance. You got beat by Joshua. You had the chance. You got beat. So let's not say you never had a chance at the title because you had a chance and you got beat. Number two, you got offered a fight with Joshua. It wasn't for the amount of money that you wanted. But, hey, guys, let's remember the Miller situation. He turned it down. Another opportunity. So Dillian Whyte has blown some opportunities to get titles, official titles. He's blown his own opportunities as well. And, with the Ortiz Wilder situation, I mean, people, you can't argue with it. You got a pay-per-view fight instead of fighting with Ortiz or whatever. But, dog, still, you fought Ortiz, you beat him up, you're fighting Wilder. And that's what people are going to throw at Dillian Whyte. Still, it's unfortunate to wait 5 years as number one. Finally get mandated and then get kicked back another year and 9 months, because that's basically what will happen to him, bro. Or basically another 2 years. He finally will get mandated by the WBC. And now since the corona pandemic, the Joshua Fury super fight, he may get kicked back after waiting 3 years and finally getting mandated and get kicked back another 2 years. Absolute madness. That is absolute madness. And then, it must be burning him inside because he hates Deontay Wilder, and Wilder gets to heal off an injury while he still has to wait. Man, it's terrible what's going on with Dillian Whyte. Raider, D, if you were a boxer, do you think you can make minimum weight? How much? I would be like fucking flyweight or paperweight or something at this weight, Raider. And I make it pretty well. You know what I mean? No problems. But anyway, yeah, it is big cap. Very unfortunate for Dillian Whyte. But That's it, guys. The Donut Shop Jefferson in the morning. Just want to chat a little bit. Make sure y'all come back 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 12:15, somewhere around there, Monday through Friday. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk live daily. We're going to have another good discussion, but I ain't going to tell you what it is. Keep the curiosity flowing. Leave the suspense up. Y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.